And the last question for today is manipulating equations without numbers in them. So the question is, find the inverse demand function for the following direct demand functions. So in A, I have Q equals 100 minus 5p. So this is the direct demand function. The inverse demand function would be P equals number and Q on the other side. So what I need to do now, I need to manipulate this equation in a way that I will have P on its own on one side. P here is negative. To make it positive, I'm going to move it to the other side. So 5p plus Q equals 100. Now I want P on its own, so I need to remove the Q. So 5p will be equal to 100 minus Q. So I'm removing a positive Q by taking it away from both sides. But I've got 5p and I want only 1p, so I need to divide them by 5. And remember, on the other side, I can divide each of them by the 5. So that cancels down. So P is equals 100 over 5 gives me 20. And the minus Q over 5, and I can always rewrite as 1/5 of a Q. So that's given me the inverse demand function. Second example, Q equals 50 minus 2p. Very similar to this one, but different numbers. So the solution process will be the same, but the numbers will be different. Move the p to the other side. Move the Q to the other side. And then divide that by the 2. So P will be equal to 50 divided by 2 gives you 25 minus half a Q. Remember, dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by a half. And the last, C, Q equals 80 minus 4p. So same process, move the 4p to the other side. 4p plus Q will be 80. Remove the positive Q, so 4p will be equal to 80 negative Q. And then divide them by the 4. So that cancels out. P equals 80 divided by 4 gives me 20 again, but Q over 4 now makes it a quarter of the Q. So this is what I would have liked to introduce you to in this video. I hope it will help you with your studies in microeconomics for business, and feel free to get in touch if you have got any particular questions about any of these mathematical calculations.